let's go. Yeah.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Stop eating so much. You don't need to eat all the time.
You have the right to remain fat.
Whoa! You gonna fuck on me? Nobody's gonna fuck on you! Oh! What the fuck was that?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Go fuck yourself.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 23 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beachcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexin'.
Fucking Catalina
On all you.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine.
Let's get this fucking slut in focus. What's going on, fam? How are we doing? Welcome to the show. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, all that good shit, and share the live stream. Share. We are available on every podcast app known to man. Check us out, thedailyswole.com. All the links down below for Swolenormous X to join the fam. All that good stuff, because we have a lot going on tomorrow. Guess what, fam? Tomorrow, Thursday, March 10th, we have our Swole fam round table, baby. We got a round table. It's not a square table. It's not a diamond table. It's not a dodecahedron table. It's a fucking round table. It's like a circle. Tomorrow, March 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All the information available inside Swolenormous X. So when you log into your account, you'll see that button to join at 6 p.m. Of course, I will be sending out alerts to every member, letting you know that we are officially live. But tomorrow, 6 p.m., be there. Come up on stage, have a conversation with myself and the Swole fam. Roundtables are the tits. There's nothing like them. Be there tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Thursday, March 10th. Let's get into today's episode. Are you ready, beaches? It's the Daily Swole. 6 fucking games on a Schwednesday. Let's get into it. And we got the card today. The card today is extra special because it relates directly to those gas prices and all the other prices that are increasing dramatically. But it's because of Putin, right? It's because of, it's all because of that. Very convenient. Very convenient. Always love a good scapegoat. Gotta blame someone else for the problems that you're creating. Like, oh my God, look at these gas prices because of Putin. Very conveniently, just to blame it, just push it right off onto that shit. They were going up. They were spiking already. It's because your policies are horrible. You know, you shut down fucking pipelines. Guess what's going to happen? Less oil. You're not going to have as much gas and oil and energy if you shut it down. You punch yourself in the face, you're going to have a black fucking eye. What do you expect?
He's on fire!
I just skipped the heating up. We're already into it. Let's just get into today's episode because I'm about to fucking rage. Let's go, baby. Come on now. It's a Daily Swole. In other words, the card today when we bust the nut is going to be very, very symbolic of all these things going on. Let's summon the Falcon and get into today's episode. Welcome. Yes. Put some respect on it.
USA, greatest country in the world.
That's right. Leo drinking. You better be drinking. Drink while you can, Leo, because that champagne is going to be 3 times as much in just a couple weeks. Oh my God. Came for the knowledge cock. Christopher came for the knowledge cock. Stay for the piano cock. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, hashtag Swoleflation. Swoleflation. That's the only kind of flation that we like. We like some Swoleflation. That's a good thing. All right, let's pump these fucking gains up. Glowing Artiste, Brian, I need an electric car. That's right. You should all have an electric car. You should go out and spend a fortune on an electric car right now, because everyone can just go because everyone just has so much money and everyone is so wealthy. So we can just go and buy brand new cars because you said so. So excellent. Good news. Good news there. Hashtag Swoleflation. Because if we're going to have any kind of inflation, let's get the fucking Swoleflation. So fuck the hyperinflation. Fuck the inflation. Let's get some Swoleflation, baby. Let's do it.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Hashtag Swoleflation. We'll give away the Swole car at the end of today's episode. Let's get into that tip. Let's moisturize, fam. Are you ready? Here we go. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Round table tonight, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Thursday. So join the fam today, swolenormersex.com. Tomorrow, the 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern time, round table. If you're just joining now, be there. It's going to be fucking awesome. Let's get into today's tip. All right, first post here is from Allison. We can do the little Miyagi. Let's call her Allison. Hi, Allison. What's up, Beaches? Hi there. I'm from the Northeast United States and decided to join the membership after binging Papa Swolio's YouTube videos for the last month. I fell prey to anti-diet and fat positivity bullshit in early 2021. Listening to Caroline Dooner's advice tanked my health and caused me to gain the COVID-19. God damn. When I realized I made a mistake, the damage was already done. Now I'm in the process of getting back on track, and I'm hoping to become even healthier and fitter than I was to begin with. If we have anything to say about it, we're gonna help you do just that, Allison. Welcome to the fam.
I like to caress rusty
Caroline Dooner, man, we rage on that twat. God, we go hard on her. Posts are the absolute dookiest of the Duke. If anyone caresses rusty spoons, it's Caroline Dooner. We've covered her posts a lot. So you see what happens when we make this kind of content? You see what happens? Sometimes you're doing a search and it pops up. We do a hashtag or something and YouTube will spit back something. Yeah, it's nonsense. Stop trying to outsource your health to these virtue signaling twunts. Very nice, Allison. Welcome to the fam. Now you're going to actually make some sick fucking gains. We'll get you straightened out there. All right, let's see. Brandy, welcome. Home workout today, listening to yesterday's Daily Swole. Caught the beginning at work yesterday, but had to finish it today. Started today with more mobility and some yoga moves to warm up my back. Felt a pop in my back on my deadlift on Sunday. The first sign of an injury since I started lifting 4 years ago. Lots of ice, yoga, and mobility moves. Chest and biceps now that I'm warmed up. Really focusing on my form, slow focused movements. Hope you're all crushing it today. Hashtag SwoleFam and go to the fucking gym. All right, Brandy. All right. Enjoy the Daily Swole. Enjoy. Hopefully you're listening now on the Mancast. And, sorry to hear about that with your deadlift. Maybe want to send in a video. We can check out your form, but make sure you're checking out the hip, ankle, and, knee mobility masterclasses in the masterclass section. That's going to help you really mobilize that shit. So good for you. Good for you for keeping on. Michelle. 5 a.m. pump done into week 3 of the 90-day dash. Fam, if you haven't explored the masterclasses, you're missing out. Well, look at how convenient. We're just talking about the masterclass a second ago. Fam, if you haven't explored the masterclasses, you're missing out. Following Papa's advice and focusing on the 7 pillars has been a game changer. Sleeping better, more time in my day, less stress, better nutrition. The list goes on and on. This June will be my 1-year Swoleversary as an unlimited member. It hasn't been a perfect journey, but it's far from over. Thank you, fam, for inspiring the rest of us to get after it. Hashtag get shit done. Most people don't. Go to the fucking gym. 7 pillars. Wednesday, pump day. That's an awesome post, Michelle. Let's show off these. Let's show off these gains. Oh my goodness. Is that a go to the fucking gym hat? Look at you. Looking great. Awesome. I love it. Oh, and you're looking at the masterclass talking about creating your morning routine. Excellent. Fan-fucking-tastic. And that's a great book to start with, right? Atomic Habits. But this is a great that we did a masterclass kind of exploring how to create your morning routine. So good stuff. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Michelle. And we'll have some more of those coming, more masterclass action. Love those masterclasses. Thank you, Joe. We got a lot of great stuff on the hook coming soon. So there's so much stuff to explore. We talk a lot about it here on the show, but there's always so much more. I get so many ideas from the post here as to what to add to X. So there's just so much to do, so little time to do it in. All right, we got a post here from our very own
What's in the
Ren.
box?
Don't forget to wash where the sun don't shine.
All right, Ren. Just had a bomb workout. Was back in shoulders today. I feel really tired in a very good way. Hope all of you are well. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. You too, Ren. Glad to hear you again. And I hope you're doing well also. Keep us posted and send us another flex picture next time you get a chance. That last one was awesome. Still crushing it. And our last post is from Sean. And Sean writes, so recently I switched my workouts to the afternoon as soon as I get home from work. Typically, I prefer a morning routine. I feel like my body performs very well fasted and recovers better in the morning. The issue is having to be at work early, so that means getting up crazy early and going to sleep early. Now I fast from approximately 6 p.m. until noon the next day, eat a meal, usually consisting of beef and fruit, and then have my session 3 to 4 hours later and then eat again. So far, so good. I did like coming home and just relaxing, having done the workout in the morning, but it's literally a half-hour difference between a morning workout and an afternoon session. Good for you, dude. Good for you. And this is going to change. This is going to change your focus, like where you're putting your focus and how you train. This is something that's going to change. It really will change from day to day. Not necessarily from day to day, but it might change from month to month. It might change when you change jobs or your training style alters. Everyone's going to have a different flow. So, you know, I train in a different pattern. I prepare differently for my workouts differently now than I used to, but it changes subtly. Just make sure you give your body the ability, try new things, try new patterns, try eating different things before a workout, doing it fasted, not doing it fasted, give yourself some time to adapt. It's really important. You know, just because you change something and tried it one time, you have to get better. Remember, if you start training in the morning, you never train in the morning. The first workout, it's going to feel rough. And you all know that. It's going to feel rough sometimes it might click right away, but a lot of times just because your body is not used to that kind of exertion first thing in the morning. Your body is just not prepared psychologically. The flow is off and it's all novel. It's like driving to a new location. You notice every little turn, every little tree, and it seems like it takes forever because you've never been there before. But then if you start driving to the same place every day, you just kind of like zone out a little bit and just become so habitual. So give yourself a chance to adapt and try different things and just find what works for you. So if you notice, the 7 pillars doesn't say train first thing in the morning. It doesn't say do it immediately, do it at night. It doesn't tell you how to intermittent fast. It just talks about the fundamental pillars, and then you get to customize within that framework. So it's really important for you to give yourself the ability to do so. All right, we're into some knowledge cock. If you haven't hit the like button, share the podcast, leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Make sure you check out all those links and the Swolenormous X links to join the Swole fam today. All down below. Remember, I'm going to keep on reminding you because it's coming up. Going to be reminding you on all the platforms. I'm going to keep on giving you a heads up, beating you over the head tomorrow. Swole Fam Roundtable live call with myself and the rest of the Swole Fam live chat, fully integrated. It's super awesome. We usually rock for about 2 hours. So Thursday, March 10th, that's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And you can learn more. Join over there at swolenormousx.com. Links in the show notes down below. But I just told you, swolenormousx.com. Join that way. You can be there. You wouldn't want to not be there, would you? Would you? No, you wouldn't. You'd be a Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
You would. And you might even tyrannically.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
You're welcome here, though. You're welcome here. All right. Questions. Knowledge cock portion. Let's go deep. Let's push in a little bit more. Just take a deep breath in. There we go. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio for a chance to be featured. If you got a question, drop it in the comments. Hashtag APS. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. First question, we'll take one from Shitstagram while you kind of get going. From Ivis.yb. Papa Swolio, what's the one thing that irritates you the most? Stupid fucking questions that waste my time. All right. Spirovsky Andre. Papa Swolio, how many grams of carbohydrates per day when you start cutting? How do I calculate them? Well, you do the maths. So how do you start calculating your calorie? First off, there's 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates. I am not really concerned, just because of a general question, I'm not concerned as to the quantity. I'm more concerned as to the quality. So maybe some sweet potatoes, white rice, raw honey, some fruit. You really shouldn't be sucking down lots of processed carbohydrates. Those are my go-to sources. I love fruit, mostly meat and fruit. But how many grams per day? I would just say low, moderate. You really shouldn't be revolving your entire day and your nutrition around is super heavy on carbohydrates. Should be more protein and fat in my experience. Most people thrive more on more fat and protein and keeping carbohydrates a little bit low or moderate. Play around with the carbs. Make sure you're getting enough sufficient protein for your training, get in healthy fats, and then play around with the carbs to see what works best for you. So how do you calculate them? First off, I would look at what you're doing now, and then what you're changing from where you are. It's important to understand where you are, and then you can manipulate things slowly, one thing at a time, to see how you're adjusting. But if you're watching this, make sure you're focusing on the 7 pillars too. If you have a lot of variables that you're changing and you're random as it is already, you're not going to notice necessarily much of a difference if you're only focusing on that, but everything else is a hot mess. So make sure you're getting the fundamentals in. All right, let's see. Mateen Mohammed. Again, right? Food quality comes first. Then you can worry about the macro ratios and things like that. But food quality, number one, what are you consuming is much more important than how much from the start. Mateen Mohammed, can I run a cycle under a certified trainer? I don't even.
Matt Damon.
That's not even a question. Are you talking about steroids? Like run a cycle? I'm not going to encourage you to do that, or I don't know what that means. Fucking no, just not words, loud noises. Okay, let's see. Matthew, I can't figure out what is sitting at the base of the flag behind you, and it's driving me fucking crazy. That's Renaissance Frog. That's Renaissance Frog. Don't worry. Don't hurt yourself. Renaissance Frog might actually grace us. I'm thinking about placing Renaissance Frog behind Tessie to kind of like protect the nut, kind of like a nut warrior, like the knight of the nut. So that probably doesn't answer your question, but it answers. That's my answer. It does answer your question. It's not the answer you're probably looking for. Probably made you more confused. But yeah, there's a lot of things you're going to see popping up around here. All right, let's see. ASMG 14 Papa Swole, is it normal to feel your traps when deadlifting with the hex bar? Is it normal? Well, you're using your traps. If you have good form, you really shouldn't be feeling it primarily there. What is great about the hex bar for deadlifts is that it distributes the weight a little better to take pressure off your lower back. So if you are having trouble with barbell deadlifts, I recommend using a hex bar. I have one. I'll have to do I think I've had some videos, but we can talk more. I think what we'll start doing, we're going to probably start having some master classes with different pieces of equipment, just kind of breaking down different bars and what they can be used for. Probably like a whole series. So the hex bar is great because it brings back the center of gravity. So for example, if you are deadlifting, the bar is in front of you. If you don't have great form, it's going to put more pressure on your lower back. So the hex bar allows you to stay more upright. Not to mention if you raise it or elevate a little bit, it can be fantastic. But I would make sure that you're packing your shoulders back and down. So retraction and depression, making sure that your back is aligned, your neck is retracted, and everything is aligned. So if you have good form, it depends, again, what is the weakest link in your chain. So if you have weaker traps or middle and lower traps, you might feel a lot more there, which is an issue because if those fatigue early, it's going to negatively affect your max capacity for a load over the rest of your body. So you want to make sure that you are focusing on maybe those shoulder girdle and shoulder joint stabilizers, because that might be where it's very common to have those underworked, and you're going to be in a better position with the hex bar to activate those muscles. So that might be why they're fatiguing if you've never done that type of work. If you've never done YTAs, if you've never done a lot of prone presses, if you've never done a lot of face pulls and exercises like that, you might just have those muscles undertrained, so they're fatiguing earlier, because the hex bar is going to allow you to activate those better for better posture, for bring your center of gravity back. And it might just be the weakest link right now. So normal, they're working. But just like for anything else where deadlift, you don't want to be like really aching in your lower back. It's a hip hinge exercise. So it could be the height of the hex bar. It could also be your Could also be your posture. Could be at your hips or your thoracic spine where you're just have imbalances and it's putting too much pressure on there. Derek Pompaswolio, live question. Do you use any seasonings? I use sea salt, like Celtic sea salt. I don't use any seasoning. Sometimes Mama Swolio puts a little garlic or different things here and there, but very rarely. I'm very sensitive to seasonings. I used to use more of those things, but I don't use pepper. I don't use anything like that. But I'm just very, very hypersensitive to them now. So if I have anything, I don't need much. Elijah, have you done the reverse squats, pulling knees to chest with a pulley and strap? Yeah, like a knee raise. It's just a knee raise. It's just a knee raise. Like you could do that. You could do that if you're hanging, for example. You can do that hanging from a bar and just bring your knees to your chest. You could use that with a monkey foot. You can put a dumbbell between your feet. But yes, I have done those just for hip flexor work. So they're good. Hip flexors are great. You could do it with a monkey foot. You could do it standing up, doing one hip to chest. You could do it the strap. I mean, it's different ways to do it. Just hip flexor work. Let's see. It's like reverse Nordics, for example. It's really just like a leg extension. So you're using your quads. That's a great warm up. I do those regularly. Those are great to make sure that the quads and the rec fem is like is lengthening properly. Yeah, I would look into that. Daniel is talking about black pepper can poke holes in your gut. Everyone's going to react differently to these kinds of spices, but it can definitely cause inflammation and cause gaps in the lining of your intestines. So with any kind of inflammatory food or spice or seed that comes from plants that we use for spices, remember nuts and seeds and things can cause a lot of inflammation and stress on our system. So what happens is if you have any of the seasonings or foods that are causing inflammation in your small intestines, what happens is you actually get swelling and the gaps in the cells. You can Google this and find, little pictures of cells. When they swell and they get inflamed, it actually creates separation in the lining. And a lot of times, most places in the small intestines, it's a very large surface area. You have a lot of little, like the cilia that actually is a cilia or whatever that come off the inside of the walls of the small intestine in order to increase the surface area for absorption. But a lot of times that can be one cell width. So it's very, very thin. That way it can absorb materials. But if you have a lot of gaps and separations in the junctions, you have larger food particles that enter your bloodstream, and then the body doesn't recognize, the size of the particles or particles get through that shouldn't get through. And then your body attacks them and has an autoimmune reaction, literally attacks them like invaders. So you have chronic inflammation throughout your body because your body is essentially fighting off quote unquote viruses, but there's just food particles and foodstuffs and things that you shouldn't be consuming that are in your system that your body is actually attacking, causing systemic inflammation and cause a huge problem over long term. Let's see. Wax, what is the objective in plyometrics? I'm asking about this because some plyo workouts seem bad for the joints. Well, things are only bad if you're not trained for it and if you don't have good form and such. Plyometrics are great because it trains the stretch shortening cycle. So it's that quick recoil of the tendons in order to create energy and then send it back through. So in other words, creating the most amount of force in the shortest amount of time, like that spring. So the amortization phase, like when you're actually not moving. So when you land, your body builds up that potential energy, that elastic energy, and then recoils, for example. And the more force you can produce in the shortest amount of time will mean increase your agility, your quickness, your power, right? More force, less time is more power. So the objective is, so in other words, like jumping a rope is plyometric, but a lot of people that have so much extra body fat, they shouldn't be doing box jumps. Like anytime you see like the Biggest Loser and they're doing any kind of jump, that's like literally negligence. It's not even negligence. It's just fucking terrible training. It's almost assault to get like an obese person to fucking jump. So a lot of that impact, people are not prepared for it. They're not prepared for that kind of energy transfer, and they're not prepared for that kind of impact. So when you're walking down a flight of stairs, I think it's like 7 times your body weight on each joint. I mean, it's an immense, because you have acceleration of gravity. You have all your body weight, pounding on your joints. It's extreme. It's an extreme amount of force. Imagine like if you ever tried that, I'm not saying to do that, but you all know sometimes if you ever jump and just try to keep your knees straight, you ever kind of like hop, even if you do it like a millimeter or two, it's going to send a shock wave through the top of your head. And that's only if you're doing it like a couple centimeters and you land with your legs straight. Oof, it just sends a whole shock wave through your body. It's extremely jarring, which is another reason why running on your heels is terrible, because you have that shock wave going through your body every single step. That's why people have so many chronic injuries from running poorly, running heel to toe, which is terrible. All right, good questions. Moving right along. Maybe we got one or two more. What else we got here? Jacob Weed 6, Papa Swole, your best preferred workout for bigger rear delts. I would recommend going completely across your body, doing complete with the cable completely across your body for posterior deltoid is fantastic. Prone presses, face pulls can be decent. I built my rear delts without face pulls, so most people do them wrong. In my opinion, it's not the best exercise. There are many better ones, but I do like the banded, standing overhead press, resisted from the front, which is great for packing the middle and lower traps. Prone presses, YTAs are great. Just doing bent over dumbbell, using a band, using dumbbells. There's many different ways to do posterior deltoid. But the posterior deltoid does horizontal abduction, moves the arm away from the midline. It does shoulder extension and also does external rotation. So what's really great is kind of doing those floor cobras. You get that retraction and depression, and you get that external rotation. You rotate out at the end. It's like a floor. It's like the cobra. We have that in, I believe, total body awareness in the 90-day dash. That exercise is fantastic. Even do that with like a 2.5 pound dumbbell, be a game changer for you. Lots of great exercises, and even super heavy partial reps. There's a lot of different ways to fatigue the muscles, but. All right, Darren Rafferty, 9388. Papa Swole, what's your view on whey protein? Have been on carnivore since October. Serious gains made. Good for you. If you go for whey protein, get a grass-fed whey isolate, unflavored. Try to get it as clean as possible. So if that's something that you require, just try that, but definitely go for an isolate. If you're eating nutrient, a lot of people don't need protein. You don't really need that, but sometimes it's convenient, or you get it right after a workout. Let's say you train hard, then you have to go right to work. You can have a protein shake and then eat once you get to work. Everyone's schedule is different. So, I mean, it's definitely not necessary, but at the same time, some people just might find it so convenient that, do an elimination diet, see how it affects you. Sometimes people really have issues with all sorts of dairy products. So make sure that you test it out. And if it is a problem, then, you go from there. Let's see. Holy shit, Christopher, my trainer wanted me to start running on the treadmill when I was 489 pounds. I was like, next. What in the actual fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, next for sure. That is retarded. Elijah, besides pullovers, what other lat exercise are available with no cables, free weight only? I mean, pullovers are also a chest exercise. I mean, it's great for lats. It depends on the grip position. What lat exercise are available with no cables, free weight only? Depending on the free weight, I thought you had bands. Free weight only for lats. Well, dumbbell rows. I mean, to work the lats optimally, you want to get like a little bit like an angle like this. So a pull down for the lat is like that. So you're kind of sweeping like that. If you're able to elevate your bench and do kind of like a, maybe you could do banded pull downs if you have bands, but if you're on like a decline, if you're face down on a decline, you could do like some weird, like short range of motion, but you can definitely get some different angles when you're doing rows and things like that. Seal rows will be good. It's not the ideal angle for the entirety of the lats, but you can definitely make big progress doing seal rows, because it's not quite the same angle, but it's better than doing it on an incline bench because you're not getting the same type of stretch in the lats. So if you're prone, you'll get a little bit more of a stretch if you are flat. So if you're horizontal, so seal rows would be better. It's not as good as something like an overhead for lats, but you can also do lats on a bar. You can do levers on a pull-up bar. So if you have a band, you can support yourself. You could do negatives, tuck your feet in, arms straight, and then lower. You ever see those guys doing like levers on a bar? You could do that. They're very hard, but if you put a band through the bar, you can kind of do a band assisted lever. But that's body weight. That's like hardcore calisthenics, but it's really good for lats. All right, Jay Frosty Balls, our very own Frosty Ball. But yo, Maxwell, hold on a second, Frosty Balls. Maxwell, get a fucking, bro, get a pulley machine. I think I have it on my Amazon store. I got mine. I got my pulley machine. I mean, I have one from Titan. I'm going to put on the wall, but I have a pulley machine. It was like $60. It was legitimately $60 on Amazon. They're great. It's fantastic. It's super smooth. It's awesome. It's great. And because you have Olympic plates, you just put those Olympic plates on there and you can do your lat pull down. You could tie it to your pull-up bar. Just anchor it around the pull-up bar. You just clip it to the pull-up bar and then clip, clip, clip. Boom, done. So, I mean, I know you have to. Yeah, I mean, I know you have to buy it. So, but if you have the next purchase, that's an easy purchase. I wish I got mine a long time ago. I didn't realize how good they were. I would have gotten it 2 years ago. So, once I started using it, I was kicking myself. Why the fuck didn't I buy this earlier? All right, now I'm amped up. Now I'm on fire. I'm heating up.
Heating up.
I'm heating back up. All right, one or two more questions. Frosty Balls, you may have answered this one before, but are pull-ups good for building lats, quote unquote? I think they are good. They're not great, but they're good. In terms of getting your lats, that's why if you're just doing a vertical, you're going to hit more of the teres major. You're going to hit like infraspinatus. You're going to get more long head of the triceps. You're just not getting the same angle. You're not getting the optimal angle for the lats. So if you leaned back more, if you actually lean back more and kind of pull the bar and down towards your stomach a little bit more and kind of lean back as you pull up, then you'll hit a little bit more lats because you're getting a little bit more of that angle with the muscle fibers. So doing a straight pull up, like really strict vertical, is not that great for lats. You'll get a little bit more lat action, if you go closer. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go wide and really hit the lats. You're going to get more teres major and long head of the triceps. You'll get wide up here. But to get more in the belly of the muscle, you need more of a full stretch angle like this. So you lean back a little bit more, do a little bit more of an inverted row. So they're good. It's not like, so whenever someone says, oh, they suck for lats, I mean, they're working because the lats are still attached to the thoracolumbar fascia. They're still attached to the hips, are still attached to the humerus. So they're still working and stabilizing and stretching and doing stuff. They're just not the primary mover because they're not in the best advantageous position. So any muscle that you're trying to target, you want to make sure that you're hitting it in either a long position, starting position, or a short starting position, but you want to make sure you're traveling in the angle of the fibers. So that's where kinesiology really comes in handy, knowing where the fibers run and hitting that angle. That way they can contract properly. Those Papa Swolio rows in X are fantastic for the lats. But the Papa Swolio, the pull downs when you're kneeling are fantastic. So you stretch the lats at the bottom. Okay. There you go. Hard question. Yeah, hard questions. Come on. All right, we got this. We got this, fam.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
All right, good. I think we're there. Good questions. We'll take more tomorrow. Remember, it's Wednesday, so if you're not getting your questions answered, well, that's why you need to join Swolenormous X and make sure that you join the Swole fam, because we're talking about this shit all the time in the Telegram chats, but also tomorrow in the roundtable. You get on the phone call, you can hop on, come up on stage or talk in the live chat, and you can converse with me and the Swole fam, ask questions about fitness, whatever it is. We just have a free-flowing conversation. Anything goes. So, there's no snowflakes in the Swole fam. So we'll talk about anything and everything, whatever comes up. So you can ask questions about the 7 pillars, programming, exercise selection, whatever it is, and we'll just have a great conversation. So tomorrow, if you have any questions, of course, you can join in tomorrow's show, but tomorrow night you can literally explain. Sometimes it's hard to type it all out, so we can have a conversation. You can get really specific about what you're working on, and we'll have that conversation, group conversation tomorrow. Swole Fam Roundtable tomorrow, March 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, swolenormousx.com. Dun, 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 dun. It's time for Balls Deep. Yes.
Inconceivable.
That's deep. It's inconceivably deep. It's inconceivably deep.
He's on fire.
Are you ready, fam? Are you ready? Let's go. Let's get into some dookie poopy. Let's get into some poopies. Ready? Let's see what we got here. All right, we got 2 little posts here, 2 text posts, which is great. We like to warm up. We're already deep, but we like to, you know, we like to re-up the situation. So this one is from Erica Leon Nutrition. You know it's got to be good when someone's like, this is nutrition. Whatever. It says here, your eye color, shoe size, and height are determined by genetics. So is your weight. There's a special kind of stupid going on here.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Everyone but Erica knows you never go full retard. What in the actual fuck? Yeah, your weight is just determined by genetics. So I'm just muscular and lean. I'm muscular and lean. Oh, it's genetic. It's genetic. It's not 20 years of fucking hard work. Oh, it's not relentless. It's not just being merciless and just destroying my body in the best possible way and focusing my life on taking care of my body and training and progressive overload. It's none of that. It's none of the effort. It's none of the hard work. It's just genetics. Yeah. This goes really well for fat, lazy fucks who don't want to change. Oh, your weight's genetic. Oh, thank you, Erica. Thanks for the arm around the shoulder. Can you tickle my taint a little bit while you're at it? Thank you so much. Yeah. It's just when it's convenient. It's just when it's convenient. So, you know, all these fucktards can literally shove off. All right, Erica, use a dumb beach. Now, this is from, this account is called Fem Trash. Sounds about right. But there's a dude in the picture, so I don't want to assume his gender, but it's a dude. So I guess I'm assuming lots of things. You know why I'm assuming it? Because it looks like a dude. Because it is a dude. The fact that we focus on, quote, obesity as an epidemic over malnutrition, poverty, food deserts, and a general lack of access to affordable health care for both kids and adults tells you everything you need to know about fat phobia, classism, and capitalism, to be honest. Does it really? Does it really? As this jabroni types on Twitter, all that capitalism that allows you to sit on your ass and complain on the internet. Oh, the capitalism. This guy wants to work in a fucking field and be starving to death. Go communism. Okie dokie. The fact that we focus on obesity as an epidemic. Let me tell you a story about focusing on obesity. We don't focus on obesity. We're promoting fat right now. We're promoting fat victim culture. We're promoting plus size bullshit. We're not focusing on obesity as an epidemic. You know why? Because there's too much money to be made in diabetes. There's too much money to be made in heart disease. There's too much money in cancer. Why do you think these things haven't been solved or figured out? One, because it's mostly environmental. 85 to 90% of all these diseases can be eradicated by lifestyle changes. So there's that. There's that. So these are essentially, I wouldn't say made up, but these are essentially just forced upon ourselves by lifestyle choices. So yeah, we need to improve people's access to everything, but we're not educating people. So, I mean, why do you think that is? It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's not fat phobia. It's not classism, and it's not capitalism. It's just people just mindlessly walking towards the garbage food. It's bad parenting. It's bad education systems. It's a lot of stuff. It's more about the education than it is about all this other shit. You know, why don't we teach people? Oh, because there's no money to be made in educating your public. Keep them stupid and then suck everything you can out of them. Fem trash indeed. Never trust a male feminist. They're fucking, talk about grifting. That's the most embarrassing shit. Okay. Tell me you eat too much soy without telling me you eat too much soy. I'm a male feminist. We noticed. All right, fam. Number 1, 2, or 3. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a couple of videos here. Dum, 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 dum. All right. Who's ready for some eye cancer? Who's ready? Who's ready for some eye cancer? It's gonna hurt. Let's take Cerny. Cerny is first to the... Oh, everyone's typing in 2. Cerny leading team 2. There we go. Right off the bat. Boom. Boom.
Boom shakalaka!
Boom shakalaka.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
All right, Cerny, be nice. Be nice. The dad bod acceptance. There's no such thing as a dad bod. A dad bod is just a fat man. Let's stop cheering that shit. The dad bod. You mean a fat man. Men, step up. Step up, men. Yeah, that's how it works. Number 2, this is called weight versus health. Oh my God. Look, at least she has hair now. At least her hair isn't colored. Let's see what we got here.
One of the most common questions I get is, how can you say there's no relationship between weight and health? And first of all, virtually nobody is saying that. What I and many other fat activists are saying, and in fact we're begging people to understand this.
Oh, keep begging. Keep begging. I'm waiting for that nose piercing to move its way to the center. It's on her left nostril. It's going to migrate. I guarantee in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a video. It's going septum. It's going to travel. She'll wake up one day and all of a sudden it'll be in the center. Dun, 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 dun. It's like a caterpillar. It's going to move.
But as it stands in the current research, the relationship between weight and health is correlational, not causal. So some research methods.
Okay. This is so painful to listen to. One, because of her voice, but also because of her face, but also because of what it represents. The correlation between weight and health. Can we stop acting like the fat came first? Can we stop acting like the fat came first? That you were fat and unhealthy, and just this fat that's on your body, this excessive amount of fat that's on your body is just poisoning your body. This is not how it fucking works. Okay? The habits came first, then the fat. The habits. It could be the habits of your parents too, and they raised you with those habits. If you have parents with shitty habits, you think you have parents with shitty habits and they're going to raise their kids amazingly? No, they're passing those shitty habits on to their offspring. So this is like, okay, the correlation between weight and health, it's the fucking things that led you to be fat. Correlation. That's a cause. Your lifestyle habits cause your health. That's it. That's what it does. Okay. Unless you get hit by a bus.
101. When two things are correlated, it means that they're happening at the same time. It does not mean that one thing is causing the other thing.
They're happening at the same time.
Example, there's a very strong correlation between male pattern baldness and heart attacks, which is true. Now,
men have more heart attacks than women also.
Based on that information, should we ascertain that baldness causes heart attacks?
It could be health habits that might cause you balding. I know it's genetic for the most part, but you can also have poor diet that causes like receding hair and thinning hair and low collagen.
Should we try to get bald men to grow hair in an effort to reduce their likelihood of having a heart attack and then blame them when they can't do it? No, because what's actually happening is that a third factor seems to be at play, which contributes to both baldness and heart attacks. What I'm suggesting is that we look much more closely at the third factors at play when it comes to weight and health.
How's there so much
more?
For
example, fat people frequently have our blood pressure taken with blood pressure cuffs that are too small.
That's the fucking problem, okay? Unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, as peak performance, if the blood pressure cuff that's made for a human arm and you can't fit your fat fucking arm in it, whose fault is that? It's medical fat phobia. I'm sorry, they don't make it in a quintuple XL? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, you don't even have to put that around your arm. You're not healthy. What data are you going to get from a blood pressure cuff that you can't get by looking at you? And I'm not saying that to be mean, it's just objective. This is a situation where you can not necessarily judge an entire book by its cover, but you get the whole fucking story. You certainly know the plot. You certainly get the plot. Very rarely does someone have a genetic issue that caused them to be that way their entire life. Usually it's caused by terrible lifestyle habits that destroys their thyroid, that destroys your endocrine system. It's
problem with that is that when you use a cuff that's too small, it will always result in a false high reading. And this happens all the time. So these are the kinds of things I think about when someone says that fat people have higher rates of hypertension. I think, of course we do. We're constantly getting false high readings.
And you're fucking unhealthy as shit. Your blood type is Cheetos and you wonder why you have high blood pressure. It's because of the cuff is too small. Get fucking bent.
More broadly, there are a number of very influential third factors that contribute to the overall trend of health problems for fat people, such as weight stigma, also known as the stress of discrimination.
We need a paper about weight stigma. Let's make up shit about making up shit. Weight stigma. Weight stigma. You mean cause and effect. Oh, darn. Oh, that old cause and effect. That old chestnut.
Fat people experience a lot. Another is weight cycling. Virtually all fat people have tried to lose weight at some point in our lives.
And the reason why you're still fat is because you didn't do it right. A lot of people that do things wrong don't get great results. You do it wrong, you're not going to get great results. You build a square wheel, it ain't going to roll well. Again, right? It doesn't mean that wheels don't work. It means you're a fucking idiot.
But pursuing weight loss is a virtual guarantee that someone will experience weight cycling, which
Still
is
going.
extremely hard on the body.
Still going.
And finally, we have inaccessible,
I'll tell you what's hard on the body. Like my ears are bleeding. I literally have like ear cancer right now.
And biased healthcare. Fat people experience all of these things, and all of them contribute to illness. But despite all of these third factors, discrimination, stress, weight cycling, limited healthcare, biased healthcare, incompetent healthcare, and a
Where are your habits in that list, 20 McTwenterson? Where are your habits? The things that you do every day. What are you doing from sunrise to sunset? Tell me a story about your fucking habits. That's the one thing you're not listing. It couldn't possibly be your fucking lifestyle. It couldn't possibly be your fault. It couldn't be your fault. It could. Why? How could it be? How could it be? That means there's actually something you can do and you can stop grifting on TikTok and burning our brain cells up. This is a limited resource, by the way. I mean, I should literally sue you for assault.
Of proper medical equipment, the cultural conversation around weight and health refuses to evolve. People, especially thin people, tend to be very committed to upholding fat phobia. People are just more comfortable believing that...
Who's upholding fat phobia? You mean the fact that it's healthy to be healthy? Oh, very good. A very wise one. This one is.
Fat people do bad things, and that leads to bad health, and thin people do good things, and that leads to good health.
It's not about thin. Stop talking about thin. You could be an alcoholic and be thin. You could be anorexic and be thin. How about fit? They never use the word fit. You know why? Because then the argument disappears. Oh shit, you mean exercise? God damn it. All right, they caught me. They caught me. That's the trap. Thin. Fuck your thin. Okay? Stop being a fat, lazy fuck. Change your habits. Stop lying to people. You're not doing it well. You're not doing well. You look extremely unhealthy. I guarantee you're doing none of the 7 pillars. I would love to know what this chick, I would love to know what her habits are. I want to know what a week in her life is like. Moment by moment. I want to know everything that she's doing and eating. Guarantee we can help her lose a shit ton of weight very simply. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Can you imagine if she went carnivore, she jumped on like the elimination diet and started training and doing like enjoying this? Can you imagine? Get the fuck out of here. She's such a liar.
The fact that we know that's very misleading, very stigmatizing, and often untrue. Turns out the pushback that I get on this topic, it's not really about health. It was fat phobia all along, guys.
Oh, is it? Well, guess what? Guess who's still fat? You are. Guess who's still fat? Oh, you are. You are. Oh, no. Oh, no. What diet are you on? Yes. Yes, you eat everything. Yes. 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 Oh, it's the fat phobia. Oh no, the stigma. Well, you're still unhealthy. You're still unhealthy. I don't know. You could blame whoever you want. You're still going to deal with that the rest of your life. So good luck with that. Yeah, Cerny, go fuck yourself. Boo. Boo, Cerny, boo. Boo.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
What's your name, fat body?
Cerny, I'm going to hang my head in shame for picking this one. God damn it, Cerny. You see? But this is what we do. We play the victim too, right? This is what these wokes, this is what they do. This is what they do. They blame everyone else for the problem. So we blame Cerny. So it's not, it's out of my control. Thank you, Cerny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thin privilege. Thin privilege. Fuck you. All right, number 1 or number 2? What's it going to be? Pick one. They both suck. We know they're going to suck. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 1 or number 2? Pick one. Pick one. Pick one. Pick one.
Inconceivable!
Oh, that was nice.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
You're insane, gold member!
All right, Leanne. Leanne Young with another number 2. All right, let's see what we got here.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
You switch the samples.
Number 2, Leanne. What are we going to do with you, Leanne? Number 2. This is called Women's Day. All right. Let's see what this is about. Drum roll, please.
What's in the box?
Who does number 2 work for?
If you are a man, the greatest gift you can give a woman today on International Women's Day is silence.
Well, fuck you. How's that for silence? Hold on, I got something else for you. Wait. How's that? She looks like one of those heads on Easter Island. Let's continue.
I don't want to see a single podcast coming from y'all today.
Well, too late. When was International Women's Day? I don't know. It's Women's Day. I mean, I don't know. I celebrate every time I walk through the kitchen. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. No, I'm kidding. All right. No, I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's all right. All right. I like to cook too. Well, you're going to come at me with that. I got to send it right back. Papa, you're such a misogynist. Yes, I know. I'll never find anyone. I'm going to be alone and miserable the rest of my life. Yeah. I know. I've heard it all before. I get it. People don't laugh anymore. They don't make jokes. Okay. I know. Why is her head? I don't know why her head is flat. That's why I said she looks like one of those like Moai, right? Those, whatever.
If your podcast was scheduled to drop today, cancel it.
Fuck. No.
Not today. Today's silence.
Oh.
International Women's Day, men, don't speak.
I wish I had 2 dicks so you could fucking suck them both in a couple ball bags. All right, you suck.
Sell crazy someplace else.
Jesus Christ.
We're all stocked up here.
Coming from someone who probably tomorrow is going to claim to be a guy, right? I'm so gender fluid. All right. Anyway, you're going to come at me with that. I'm just going to be rude right back. So she can suck on these nuts. All right. Men's Day. Well, we already have the other 364, so we can give them one, right? We give them one. And black people get a whole fucking month. Where's White History Month? We can't have White History Month. It's all the months, every day except the ones that we have. I think these are the things that are terrible in our society. I think all of these holidays and months, I think it's awful. Talk about splitting. Anyway, anyone who's actually a rational person, I don't care what race you are, they are not in favor of any of these history months. It's always the grifters. It's awful. It just splits the country more and more. Stupid shit. Men's Day. Like, it doesn't sound, it is stupid. International Women's Day is like International Men's Day. Like, it just sounds weird. It's like, I wouldn't want one. Why can't everyone have every day? Why can't it just be today? And then we can move on and maybe deal with an issue that's actually important in our life. I wasn't recognized today. Oh, shut up. You don't have to go, work in the fields. I wasn't recognized. No one hashtagged me today. It's super fucking weird. Michelle, rule number 1, feminism is not about silencing men. Well, maybe originally. It certainly is now. It's been for a while. Let's see. Betty Ford, my Signature Series shirt didn't come with the Swole card. A card, was there supposed to be a card, will come separate. It will come separate. They will be arriving soon. The reason is because, one, not everyone got people don't get their shirts at the same time. And we don't want the card to get there first because we like it to be a surprise when you get the shirt. So we want the shirts to arrive first because if you remember the first card, if you got the first one, it goes along with the shirt. So we don't want people getting the cards right away because they go out faster. So I don't want someone getting the card and be like, oh, and they know what the shirt. So we wait till people start getting their shirts in. And then plus you kind of get like a double bump. You get the shirt and then you get excited, then you get the card. So then it's kind of like, it's a little bit of extra excitement. Oh shit. There we go. Sydney, I'd rather listen to men all day long talk about the girth of their dicks rather than listen to that video again. What hell? You're in. This is the podcast for you.
Dodson,
Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
You, my dear, are in the right place. You are in the right place. Happy to oblige. All right. Yes, indeed. Holy. Okay. Oh, my God. How do we always... Okay, I raffle these things off. I allow you to choose the videos. How is the last one always something that makes me reevaluate my entire fucking life? You guys, all right. You guys are gonna have to blow up the chat. Biceps and gorillas. We're not watching this until I really don't want to watch this.
Emotional damage.
Oh my God, this is gonna be 22 seconds of absolute hell. No, it's not Jabba the Hutt. It's worse. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I really don't want to play this one.
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
You switch the samples.
This is going to be bad. This might be one of the worst. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Maddie's like, let's go. I don't want to. I want to go. I want to like end the show. Should we just do it tomorrow? Can we do it? Can we do it tomorrow?
We choose truth over facts.
Can we do it tomorrow? Fuck.
I got hairy legs.
Oh, I'd rather look at Brandon's hairy legs all day. I'd rather rub the hair on his legs up and down and watch the sun, blonde in the sun, and come back up again and watch his hair raise on his legs. Yeah, what a fucking gross thing. I don't know which one.
You're insane, gold member.
I don't know what I want. Man up, Papa. Who the fuck you talking to, man? Who you talking to? Hashtag Swoleflation for a chance to win today's Swole card. Fuck inflation. Get Swoleflation. Okay, this is called Gender at Birth. So let's get prepared. Hold on.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
All right, here we go, fam. This is going to be brutal.
You fucking people.
What's in the box?
Here we go. Oh,
not this, but that.
Jesus.
An inclusive tip. Instead of referring to someone's sex at birth as biological.
Pause. I gotta pause it. Hold the fuck
That
on.
Hansel's so hot right now.
Jesus
Great
Christ.
Scott!
All right. So, if you're just listening to the podcast, let's try. Let me see if I can summarize this. Just to give those of you that are just listening to the show a little context, I'm freezing the video. Here are the comments since posting. Here are the comments so far coming up in the chat. Chris X, Holy C, ... Brandy, oh my God, Daniel, my eyes, Matthew, I'm done. Nick, someone ate way too much soy. Francesca, Bad Elmo. Yeah, these are bad.
I better use my strong hand.
Bad Elmo. Okay. All right. What the hell is even that? Cerny, I'm going to stay silent. Yesterday was way worse. Was it? Yeah, it was bad. Well, we haven't listened to it yet. I don't know what this is. It's got boobies, but those look like moobs. All right, let's play it.
Not this, but that. Here's a gender inclusive tip. Instead of referring to someone's sex at birth as biologically male or biologically female, instead...
Don't put quotes on that. Don't put quotes on biologically male, There's no quotes. Fuck. There's no quotes. There's no quotes around biologically male, biologically female. Why are you fucking doing the quote fingers? Why are you doing the quote fingers around biologically male? You mean science? It's science. Yeah, mom should have swallowed that one. That's for sure. Jesus, that looks like a homosexual Pugsley Adams. It's the fucking bus. That's right. Oh,
just smile and wave,
right.
Boys.
Come on,
smile and wave.
Let's back off the ad hominem. Let's just listen. Let's play that again. Let's start off. Let's start from the beginning. Yeah. All right. It's 22 seconds. I'm stretching this out. I know. Well, if I have to suffer, so do you. So fuck you.
Not this, but that. Here's a gender inclusive tip. Instead of referring to someone's sex at birth as biologically male or biologically female.
Pausing it again. That gender inclusive tip? I'll give you some gender inclusive tip. I'll give you that tip. Goddamn right. Yeah.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
All right, here we go.
Instead use assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. The emphasis being here on the word assigned and that it was...
I fucking know what the... Really? So you're saying biologically male, biologically female. Use assigned male or assigned female. The big change here is assigned. Thank you. Is that the different word that you used in those two sentences? My God. That's great. That's fantastic. His whole life is a quote. This is a rational human being. This is a man, I suppose, or a thing. I don't know what's going on here. This is a dude for sure with short, pink, receding hair, black lipstick, painted nails, and moobs. I'm frightened from like this plus COVID. Like no one's going outside ever again. Like no one's gonna leave their house. This kind of shit's gonna keep people home. Talk about the real virus. This is it right here.
Emotional damage. Male or biologically female. Instead use assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. The emphasis being here on the word assigned and that it was the doctor who made that decision. And the assigned...
It's the doctor that made that decision. Oh, well, that's... How dare he? How dare he?
How dare you?
How dare the doctor make a decision? How dare that happen? Oh, my God. It's the doctor that did that. You don't say. Well, I'll tell you what. How do you tell what sex a dog is? You lift their tail and you look under at the ball sack. If it has a pee-pee, well, it's biologically male. If it has a vajiji, it's biologically female, or it's assigned female. Assigned female. Okay? If you go for a male dog and they give you a dog with a vagina, you're going to be pissed. Like you're not getting the thing that you wanted. So dogs can have male and female, but humans can be like, whatever I want. Blow me.
Being here on the word assigned and that it was the doctor who made that decision. And the assignment might align with how the person feels about their gender identity, or it may not. And important distinction because this honors the fact that trans people are who they are.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
So that just happened. Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. Well, at least it's over.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
And I'm done. And we're there. Like that's... I don't know how we've like managed to just get those videos at the end. I'm so glad, because if we had that at the beginning, I'd be done for the rest of the show. They fall faster than the ruble. Ruble to shot under pressure. Ruble to shot under pressure. Russian to shot under pressure. Shubada shaba. Shubada. Shubada. Let's see. Michelle, how have you watched so many of these and still have hope for society? This 22-second video is sucking the life right out of me. Who said I have hope for society? I mean, the earth is going to be fine. The earth will be here. I mean, everything is going to survive. Like, in the manner in which will survive. I didn't say I had hope for society. I wasn't saying that. All right. Well, how dare you assume my thoughts? Well, that was fun. That was interesting. All right. Well, we got a Swole card to give away. Now, let's talk about this again. We got some good news, though. Aside from that, we have our Swole Fam Roundtable tomorrow at 6 p.m. We could talk more about this fucking shit and so much more. It's going to be great. Join today, SwoleNormousX.com. Tomorrow, Thursday, March 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there. Be there. Let's get some Swoleflation. It's time to get some Swoleflation, baby. Swoleflation. It's time to get some Swoleflation. Time to get some Swoleflation. Swoleflation. My God. All right. Swoleflation. Swoleflation. You know what? Those kinds of videos hurt. Those kinds of videos hurt. But you know what? We have an oasis. We have an oasis of sick fucking gains in the Swole Fam. And sometimes we spread the knowledge cock far and wide, and you all share the podcast and we're commenting, and you know, we're warriors against this stupid shit forever and always. And it works. Sometimes it actually works. Like, it gets through. Like, people can be converted and converted back to actual logical thought. So today's Swole card goes to new member, but Allison. Today's Swole card goes to Allison because of this fact, which is very important. And what you need to do is go into the Swole Fam discussion boards on the website, tag Allison, respond to her, let her know that she won today's Swole card. I think this is very important to really reiterate. This is the first post we read today, but you know, we're not gonna look. Inflation's not going anywhere, so neither is Swoleflation. All right, Swoleflation will combat inflation. And Allison was saying that she was suffering from anti-diet and fat positivity bullshit, and listening to Caroline Dooner's, quote, advice that destroyed her health, and she got sick and she got COVID because her immune system wasn't fortified and all these different things. But it's really important to reiterate that these videos, this content, when you share, when you repost, when you tag, it does get through to people. People see it. Now, most people are entrenched. Most people will just dig their heels in more and more. And, you know, that's the defense mechanism. Like, hey, if I'm already wrong, well, I'm going to go down with the ship. They don't have the humility to actually learn new things and adjust and, you know, pull themselves out of it. So it's really important to congratulate, to put a spotlight on people that actually, so you can see it like, oh, other people are watching this stuff and other people are experiencing that shit. It's not just me ranting about dumb posts. Like, there are people that fucking believe it. There are people that believe that shit. As stupid as all these videos and posts that we read in the Balls Deep section, there are people that fucking follow it. It's not just, yeah, there's bots out there. Everyone gets followed by bots. There's always spam and bullshit. But there are real fucking people that listen to this crap. This is what happens. People can really get hijacked by this shit. It really does capture people. So we need to make sure that we put a spotlight on it and congratulate those that do make it out of the muck and the undergunch of the internet and this kind of bullshit nutritionist trash. When I say nutritionist, I mean these fucking people that wave around a piece of paper that they got in a Cracker Jack box and act like they know what they're fucking talking about, which they don't. So congratulations, Allison. Everyone, go let her know. That was on the discussion boards in the What's Up Beaches section on SwoleNormousX.com. Send us an email to support@SwoleNormous.com. Swole card 2133 in the subject, your mailing address in the bio. The email, fam. I'll see you tomorrow for the podcast, of course, 2134 in the morning, and then we're going to have the round table at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We will see you there. Let's nut this beach. Falcon, take us away. Oops. I hit the button. I hit it again. So hold on. Falcon, I'm sorry. We got to do it again. I know. Well, we're going to do it. We're going to do it right. Okay, now let's do it. There we go. You like that? I told you. I fixed it. Shut up.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Steffi's husband? Time to make some sick fucking gains. Nice. That's right. Get that beation on the Mancast. Indeed, Cerny. See you on that round table tomorrow. We're all gonna make some sick fucking guys.
What happened to your queer party friends?
What happened to your queer party friends? No one knows.
I'm a huge bitch.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Oh, no one knew that Papa Swole was a pianist. He was a cunning linguist also. Alright.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Lieutenant Dan.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Knowledge cock. Little cock piano coming up in just a couple moments. That was nice. I am a much fighter.
The little rascal has spirit. Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Emotional damage.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
You switch the samples.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Yep. Rub those hairy fucking legs. Rub those hairy legs. Rub those old man's hairy fucking legs. God damn, here we go. How's he doing that? Fucking nailed it! Let's go. Let's go. Because. All right, fam. Thanks for being here. Why do we got the closing nuts ceremony? Get off my fucking screen. Fam, make sure you join the fam over there at swolenormousx.com. Share the podcast, all those links, show notes down below, because we have our roundtable tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you then. And of course, back here for 21:34 mañana morning. Peace, McGeese, deuce, magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help. I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad. It's like.
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? My shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.